From calorie count to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between Tim Hortons in the US and the UK. This is Food Wars. Coffees at a UK Tim Hortons come in 3 portion sizes. A small, which is 12 ounces, a regular, which is 16 ounces, and a large, which is 20 ounces.
So hot coffee from a US Tim Hortons comes in 4 sizes. Small, 10 ounces, medium, 15 ounces, large, 20 ounces, and extra large, 24 ounces.
Let's measure the largest coffee in both countries to see if we're getting as much as we've been promised.
It's supposed to be 24 ounces, it's 22 ounces, so we're missing 2 ounces. I don't know where they went. I personally don't care if there's 2 ounces missing, but I feel like there are people who would take this very seriously. I assume if you're getting an extra large, you want all 24 ounces.
They've actually only given us 18 ounces, 2 whole ounces missing.
And it doesn't stop there. This is the Take 12 Coffee Traveler, which is the size of a small child, I feel like. For when you need 12 cups of coffee for yourself, or I assume friends, but probably yourself, honestly. I don't drink coffee, so if I drank this whole thing, I think I would die. You know how people are like, oh, this is how you kill a Victorian child? Like, this is how you would kill me. I feel like this is what Joe drinks like every morning now, if we're being honest.
Tim Hortons signature iced caps also come in 3 sizes in the UK, and they're supposed to be the same sizes as our hot coffees, 12, 16, and 20 ounces. When we got these, I was shocked. I'd never seen one before, and they kind of look like slushies. They've sort of melted a little bit and gone a little bit sad.
Our ice caps only come in 3 sizes, small, 12 ounces, medium, 16 ounces, and large, 20 ounces. So the same as the UK. Okay, actually really similar to Colada. Like very, very similar.
Again, let's check the biggest one to see if we're getting as much as we've been promised. Oh, that was a big lump. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's just under 16 ounces. It's supposed to be 20, so we're missing 4 ounces. Maybe they gave us 4 ounces of whipped cream, I don't know.
The liquid line is only actually coming up to like 13 fluid ounces. There is another line of like foamy stuff, which takes you closer to 17. I don't know how much you can count the foam, because I feel like that's not proper liquid. I don't know enough about fluid dynamics to know if that's actually true or not, but in my mind, we've been shortchanged here. 13 ounces of actual liquid, plus maybe 3 or 4 ounces of foam. That's actually really tasty. This is like dangerously good. I don't want to stop drinking this. Got a long shoot ahead of us, let's go.
They're already pretty sweet, but apparently you can get these made with chocolate milk, so you can get it even sweeter. It's their secret menu item.
Donuts from a UK Tim Hortons come in 3 portion sizes. As a single donut, as a box of 6, or as a dozen donuts. These look really good.
In the US, we also get Tim Hortons donuts in serving sizes of 1, 6, and 12.
The donuts themselves are different size in the US or the UK. We're gonna weigh a glazed old-fashioned donut to find out. So close. 68 grams.
God, grow up, Harry. Whoa, we're 58 grams. So we're missing 10 grams? It's like suspicious. Is your flour heavier? I feel like you rigged your scale, I don't know. I'm gonna put out some conspiracy theories.
Tim Hortons Timbits come in 3 sizes in the UK. There's a box of 10, there's a box of 20, or our largest size, there's a box of 50.
US Timbits come in 4 portion sizes. 1, 10, 20, and 40. This one is so funny. I don't think there's Munchkins with sprinkles on that. Tim Hortons is kind of gourmet. Oh my God. It's so dense. This is really good. These are not like Munchkins, I take that back. I'm so sorry, Dunkin' Donuts, I still love you.
In the Dunkin' Donuts episode, I tried to fit as many donut holes in my mouth at once as I could. So you know what this means.
Well, I think it's stupid that he makes us do this every time. It's such a guy thing, but yeah, let's beat Harry.
Already a six. Plenty of space left in there. 7. Don't joke, die. don't want to call it for you.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Alright, stop now. 9.
I thought I could fit 10 in my mouth. They're really dense. I think if they weren't as dense, I could put more. I don't want to admit Harry won. This was rigged. I don't know how, but it was rigged. It was definitely rigged. I don't know, man. Yeah, okay, Harry won. Whatever, we still won the Revolutionary War. Huh?
Here are the Tim Hortons menu items from the UK that you won't find in the US.
And here's everything at a US Tim Hortons you won't find in the UK.
We'll start down this end with the donuts. This is the Canadian maple donut. This is the maple caramel donut, the rainbow donut, the strawberry and vanilla donut, a banoffee pie, chocolate brownie donut, a caramel apple fritter, and a red velvet cheesecake donut. These are almost like too much for me, a lot of these ones. I like a slightly more simple taste when it comes to donuts. I like just a classic jam. I think it's the chocolate brownie one that's calling my name the most. It's not bad. The donut itself is slightly dry, as are the brownie chunks on top. So I think the two of those combine to give like a fairly dry donut experience. Maybe like a little more sauce in the middle, or just wash it down with an iced cap, and then you'll be fine.
We also have some exclusive donuts. Not as many, but you know, we have 4. This is the honey dip, sour cream glazed. This one does look cool. Chocolate dip, which this does just look like a chocolate donut, so like, I don't really understand how this is an exclusive. And this is the honey cruller. I don't know how to pronounce this. Actually, we're gonna check that real quick.
We are looking at how to pronounce this word as well as how to say more interesting and related word. Crawler. Crawler. Pretty straightforward once you know. Crawler, not
Crawler?
cruller, but rather crawler. And now you know.
I'm probably not saying it completely right, but I think we're gonna live with it because I think if we try to say it completely right, it's just gonna be worse for all of us. The honey cruller. I like didn't taste the honey at first, but it's good. Do you want to try the sour cream one? I don't know if I like the sour cream. You taste the sour cream. You like taste and smell it right away, I think. Take a bite? Take a little bite. We also have a couple of exclusive Timbit varieties. Sour cream glazed Timbit and the sour cream blueberry glazed Timbit. They really like sour cream, huh? Or do they think we like sour cream so they're adding it to everything? It's like when you go to like the American aisle of like a grocery store in another country and it's just all like containers of sour cream.
We also have a load of breakfast options that you won't find in the US. We'll start with this one. It's a veggie sausage and egg muffin. I gotta say, this looks pretty good. This is a vegetarian sausage patty with cheese and egg, as you might imagine. This looks good, like the texture looks there. It's kind of got those like fibers that you're used to from meat. Honestly, that's not bad at all. There is a chance that you could give this to me and I would not know that it wasn't meat, which for a meat eater is pretty much the highest praise that I can give that. Next up, we have an option called the stack. So for both the sausage and the bacon muffins, you have the option to turn it into a stack. What this means is adding a hash brown into your muffin. I don't really understand where the stack thing came from in the UK because Tim Hortons aren't the only ones doing it. I think Subway also have like sub stacks where you can just add hash browns to anything, and apparently that makes it a stack.
In the US, we have avocado toast options. I was gonna hold it up like the Animal Crossing style. It's kind of flimsy. And when they hold up like the fish and they're like, this is what I caught. The bread's just really thin. I feel like avocado toast usually comes with like a really like crusty piece of bread, like really thick. And we're onto breakfast sandwiches, both in the form of English muffins and bagels. There's the double stacked breakfast sandwich, which we weren't able to get. We have the sausage bagel breakfast sandwich, bacon bagel breakfast sandwich, the egg and cheese bagel breakfast sandwich, and the bagel BELT, bacon, egg, lettuce, and tomato. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. It doesn't look like a bad bagel, but this isn't the bagel I would want to go and get. It doesn't feel right.
Rubbery?
Yeah, it does feel, I don't know if it feels rubbery, but it's like, actually, the inside's a little, I don't know about that. Yeah, we're filming this in New York. We have high standards for bagels. The UK has one breakfast wrap option, the Big Breakfast Wrap, which contains a hash brown, egg, bacon, cheese, and sausage. That looks like the equivalent of our loaded farmer's breakfast wrap. It's really stuck in here. Okay, we got it out. This is hefty. I wonder why they call ours the loaded farmer's breakfast, but theirs is like the big breakfast. So they think like this is what like American farmers eat, and they're like, oh, that's a big breakfast. Like, that's what I want today. I don't think this is what would keep me going if I needed to go out on the farm for a day. But we can also get the loaded breakfast wrap, and then the breakfast wrap snacker. This is little and cute. It's a snack wrap dupe. Sorry, McDonald's, bring it back. You know, snack size, that's the right size.
Next up, the UK has bagels on the menu. You can get these either as plain or with cream cheese. I think I did ask for cream cheese and they might have forgotten it. So now I just have a very dry bagel, which I will probably not be eating.
Over here, we love our bagels, and Tim Hortons reflects that by providing lots of options. We have the everything bagel, cinnamon raisin bagel, the 12-grain bagel, and a pretzel bagel, which I don't know if I've seen before. It's a cool flavor in theory, and I appreciate the options. I think it's cool that they're trying to provide a good variety for us. They have more bagel options than I thought they would have.
If bagels aren't for you, but you want another kind of bread thing, we also have toast on the menu of the UK, although they wouldn't actually give it to me today because they've run out of the jam that it's usually served with, so unfortunately I couldn't get it. The next one is a classic British breakfast item, the bacon roll. As the name suggests, it's a bread roll with bacon. You can get them with a range of sauces. This one has ketchup, but I think you can also get brown sauce. Compared to the standard fast food bacon quality that I'm used to seeing, this is like a pretty thick piece of like back British bacon. Compared to like McDonald's bacon, this has way more flavor. Actually tastes of pork, which is always nice.
We can also get breakfast biscuit options. We have the Simply Sausage Biscuit, and then we have the Simply Bacon Biscuit. I know this is controversial. Biscuits and scones aren't the same thing, I'm sorry. The scones are definitely denser. I get that they might look similar, so maybe putting biscuits with savory things seems weird, but it's not. I think you just need to try like a good Southern biscuit. I say as a girl from New Jersey, because I clearly know what I'm talking about, but this isn't a scone. They're not similar at all. I'm annoying, so I've gone to afternoon tea here in the US and in London, so I know the difference. It's not the same thing.
UK Tim Hortons also sells pancakes. Now these are American style pancakes, so they are small, round, and thicker than British pancakes, which tend to be more like crepes. They come in portions of 2. This one comes with some Nutella. You can also get maple syrup pancakes, which are just the same, but with a little thing of maple syrup, or maple flavored golden syrup, because apparently that's what we have in the UK. Or you can get bacon maple pancakes, which are 2 pancakes with bacon and also the syrup. Although, the bacon pancakes. Oh, there is more. Okay, there's more. I thought that I thought that this was the only bacon that we had on our maple bacon pancakes, but thankfully they've actually layered it with some more underneath. The bacon that you're getting on the pancakes isn't the same bacon as you're getting in your bacon roll. This is like streaky bacon, that's what we call it in the UK, whereas this is what we would call back bacon, which has the kind of like medallion and then the little fatty bit on the end. I'm not sure why they haven't just used one uniform type of bacon for the whole menu. To British people, bacon and pancakes is like kind of a weird combination as it is. So I don't think it would have been made significantly weirder by putting like British bacon on these.
We go to the store and get Canadian bacon, which is ham, which is I guess this British bacon, which is like, what do they call it? Back bacon? Like this is getting overly complicated. There's bacon and then there's ham. That is ham. Our last breakfast items are these omelet bites, which come in spinach and egg whites, and bacon and cheese. These are basically like Starbucks's egg bites, which are good. I love them, but yeah, I feel like the spinach chunks are kind of big. I don't know. And then we have the croissant, which I don't know if they all look like this, but it's kind of making me uncomfortable that the ends are touching. I feel like they shouldn't do that. I don't know. It's like when you walk in on your toothbrushes touching, you know? Then we have some sort of breakfast, sort of snack exclusives. The chocolate chip muffin, the fruit explosion muffin. I don't know what fruits are going to be exploding. It'd be cool if it was like a gusher situation. If you're gonna put explosion in the name, I feel like you should be doing something. And the wild blueberry muffin. We also get 2 cookies you can't get in the UK. Chocolate chunk cookie and oatmeal raisin cookie. Which I still don't know who would willingly eat an oatmeal raisin cookie. Do you eat oatmeal raisin?
I prefer them over chocolate.
Oh, both of you?
Yeah. See the judgment.
Well, yeah, that's like, no one actually likes oatmeal raisin cookies. It's when someone brings in oatmeal raisin cookies, you're hoping it's chocolate chip, and then when you find out it's oatmeal raisin, you're like, what the f? I just don't get why you would want raisins in a cookie. I'm sorry, Katya.
Now later in the day, you can get lunch options from a UK Tim Hortons. Unfortunately, we went there slightly too early to actually get these, but if you arrive later, here are the exclusive options. Tim's crispy chicken stack with or without bacon, Tim's crispy chicken sandwich, crispy meatless chicken sandwich, grilled chicken wrap or a crispy chicken wrap, a tuna wrap or a vegan wrap, chicken tenders, chicken and mozzarella panini, tuna and cheese melt, ham and cheese melt, tomato and basil soup, or potato wedges.
The lunch options exclusive to the US include a tuna salad sandwich, chicken salad sandwich, turkey bacon club, ham and Swiss sandwich, BLT, chipotle steak wrap, chipotle chicken bacon wrap, chipotle chicken wrap, and chili. Because, you know, that's what we really want, I guess. I do like chili, but that's interesting.
Now let's look at some drinks you can only find at a UK Tim Hortons. Because I've only looked at the US menu, so I'm going to say you can only find in the UK. I bet some of these will be available in Canada. And there's going to be angry Canadians in the comments. How angry can Canadians really get? I feel like they're pretty polite in general. Let's start with some cold beverages. Over here, we have an iced cap Supreme. So a Supreme basically means that they've added some extra whipped cream and then some topping pieces to an iced cap. You can get these in a couple of flavor and topping options. There was one that was coconut, for example. This one is Oreo, so you get the extra whipped cream with some little crushed Oreo pieces. The standard iced cap was already really sweet, so I'm not sure it needs Oreo, but hey, you do you. We can also get milkshakes at a Tim Hortons in the UK. These come in a range of options, including vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, maple, or a dairy-free mango and coconut. That went down the wrong hole, that wasn't. That wasn't the shake's fault. It's like banana-y, you know? Oh, it's banoffee. Took me a minute, but hey, banoffee shake as well. Then we have some hot drink options as well. Here we have a caramel macchiato. You can of course get an English breakfast tea. We're in the UK. You can't really open a place and not put this on the menu. We're continuing the banoffee menu item theme with a banoffee latte, which I'm less convinced by. Yeah, banana coffee isn't really one that I have tried before. I guess technically you could have banoffee to mean banana coffee, but I think if you've got banana and toffee right there, just stick with the classic. We can also get a flat white in the UK. We can also get a chai latte and a red velvet hot chocolate. A sandwich van with match of the day music.
Here are our US exclusive cold drinks. Cinnamon sugar oat milk cold brew, vanilla flavored cream cold brew with chocolate cold foam, caramel cream cold brew with cold foam, mocha cream cold brew with cold foam, sunrise sunset Tim's Boost with Red Bull, sky's the limit Tim's Boost with Red Bull, orange tangerine refresher, fruit smoothie mixed berry, and frozen lemonade. Here are the US exclusive hot drinks, the Take 12, which coffee's not exclusive, but you can only get this giant size in the US, French vanilla, and steep tea. And that's interesting that the UK doesn't get steep tea, because, you know, UK. Apparently this is really popular in Canada, and it's just tea that's made by, instead of brewing, you like leave the leaves in either cold or hot water, and eventually the flavor comes through. But my friend said that this is really, really popular and they have different flavors. So I'm gonna make a double-double, which is apparently a big thing in Canada for Tim Hortons, and it's literally just coffee with 2 creams, 2 sugars. But it's like a thing, unless I'm being set up by my friend. April, don't do this to me. I'm not strong enough. There's, oh, is half and half the same thing as cream? I feel like, yeah, right? I used to drink half and half, like when I was a kid. I feel like some people think that's gross, but it tastes like really good. When I was little, we would go to Denny's and it's like on the table and you're just like, it's good. 2 sugars. A few times I do drink coffee, I usually put like 6 to 8 packets, if that, but I like line them up at once and rip them so no one can tell how much sugar I'm putting in, so they can't judge me. Maybe it tastes better when they make it for you. It just tastes like coffee, and I don't like coffee that much, so maybe that's why. Can I have my Diet Coke now?
A large iced cap from a UK Tim Hortons costs £4.39, which is $5.30.
In the US, a large iced cap is $4.89 or 4.01 British pounds. That makes a US large iced cap 7.7% cheaper in the US than the UK.
6 donuts at a UK Tim Hortons cost £8.99, which is $10.85.
In the US, 6 donuts cost $8.99 or 7.38 British pounds.
20 Timbits from a UK Tim Hortons cost £7.49, which is around $9.04.
In the US, 20 Timbits cost $6.29 or £5.16.
Overall, it honestly seems like pretty good value compared to some of the other fast food chains that are comparable, I suppose. I feel like the breakfast deal particularly was quite good. They had like a £3.49-ish deal for a breakfast meal, including the muffin, a hash brown, and a drink, which is really good. Probably even better value than McDonald's, for example. I really love donuts. I kind of wish donuts were more like commonplace in the UK because they're not that big a thing. I feel like from what I've seen from Tim Hortons today, they've got what it takes. They should be pushing really hard into the UK market. I do think there's demand for this. A large iced cap from a UK Tim Hortons contains the following: 399 calories, 23 grams of total fat, of which 15 grams are saturated, and 44 grams of carbs, of which 42 grams are sugars. That's 20% of your daily calories, 75% of your daily saturates, and 84% of your daily sugar, which is alarming because it's really good.
A large iced cap in the US contains the following: 393 calories, 23.4 grams total fat, 12.5 grams of saturated fat, 42.7 grams of carbs, 38.2 of which are sugars. That means that apart from total fat content, the US iced cap is actually healthier than the UK's in every other metric. Although it's still 62.5% of your daily saturated fat and 76.4% of your daily sugar. So, you win some, you lose some.
Milk.fandom.com. If you're a huge fan of milk, that's the place to go. Oh, here you go, here's a table. Thank you, Milk. The Milk Wiki is educational. This is a good opportunity to explain the differences between the standard dairy products used in beverages in the US and the UK. To me, this is an alarming amount of saturated fat, because usually when you're making a beverage like this in the UK, you'll be using either semi-skimmed milk or maybe whole milk. In the UK, semi-skimmed milk contains somewhere between 1 to 2% fat content, and then we have whole milk, which contains closer to 3.5 to 4% fat. These are pretty comparable to the American equivalent. So you guys have semi-skimmed milk, but that's I think 1.5 to 1.8% fat, and then you have whole milk, which is around 3.25%. What's interesting about Tim Hortons in the UK is that they've adopted a slightly more American approach to their beverages. So what they've done is actually made this with single cream instead of with milk. The fat content of single cream in the UK is around 18%, which I think is around what half and half is in the US. But here, that is very much the exception rather than the norm. This is very rare. You will not see this in many places. If you're making your beverages with coffee cream in the US, that can even range from 18 to 30% fat content. That's crazy. Honestly, it's tasty, but I would not want to drink these every day because that is not good for you. The most calorific Timbit in the UK is the white chocolate birthday cake Timbit, coming in at 94 calories per bit. One of these also contains 8.5 grams of sugar, which means that just one of those and a large iced cap contains your entire daily sugar allowance. Also means that I was able to fit almost 1,000 calories in my mouth at once. Who knew?
Is it because they're in the Commonwealth? Canada is part of the Commonwealth, and that is why their food weighs more in the UK. The UK is Canada's most important commercial partner in Europe. I feel like there's something here.